How's it going, everyone? My name's Nintendo Plays, or Nintendo Stream, wherever you know me from. And today, this video is going up, and I'm recording this on my birthday. It's my birthday. And I figured, why not the best way to celebrate my birthday than going over my top 50 video games of all time, as of right now. I'm only 21, and I've played quite a lot of video games, and so I have a lot more on my backlog to play. In fact, I need to make a list of my backlog that I need to work through. But I figured, hey, why don't we just make this really long video, because I have the time to, and just talk about my top 50 video games of all time. Just a heads up, there's a lot in Nintendo. Like, a lot in Nintendo. I'm pretty sure most of my top 10 is Nintendo. Generally, I will say top 50 to, like, top 20 or top 15 don't really matter in terms of placement. Just because I like a lot of these games. I love them to death. And I mean, that's why they're my top 50. And, you know, things are reason to change. Maybe we'll make another video down the line of the top 50 games again. But this time, things might be moved around because I play a lot of games during the year. And I want to say, number 50 is a weird one, is a weird case, and that's why it's number 50. And I'll explain it kind of when we get to it, but we're going to get to it. Number 50 is going to be Call of Duty Zombies. And you might be like, whoa, that's very vague. Not just one Call of Duty game. No, I can have fun playing multiplayer in a Call of Duty, and campaigns can be hit or miss for me. Black Ops 1 campaign is really good, but Zombies as a whole has always been my interest for Call of Duty. And no matter what game comes out with zombies, I always pay attention to the zombies more than multiplayer, more than the campaign. Like, right now with Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I'm paying attention to the zombies like a madman. I don't even have the game yet. It's been out for a month already. I was supposed to get it, and I just never did. Never got around to it. I'll probably get to it soon, because I really want to play some zombies. But yeah, zombies as a whole. I love Black Ops 3 zombies. I love Black Ops 2 zombies. I love Black Ops 1 zombies. I actually really like Black Ops 4 zombies. Infinite Warfare zombies. World War 2 zombies was fun. I just really like Call of Duty zombies. That's all I can really say. It's just, I can kind of just relax. It's kind of just turns my brain off, and I can just fight hordes of the undead. That's fun to me. Speaking of undead, 49, Luigi's Mansion 2 or Dark Moon, depending on where you were. I love this game. This is my most played Luigi's Mansion game. I have played all three of them. In fact, I pre-ordered 3. And, you know, Luigi's Mansion 1 was actually how I found the franchise. But I played way more Dark Moon and know more about Dark Moon. And it all sums up to the fact I have 2 copies of Dark Moon. I have the normal edition and the Nintendo Select version, because I lost my original cartridge, and then I later found my original cartridge. All files, save files across the cartridges have a file on them that are all beaten. I have beaten this game 6 times, as far as I'm aware. Probably more, honestly. I love Luigi's Mansion 2. Next up is going to be a spin-off with Pokemon Stadium for 48. Pokemon Stadium is a treat of a game. The announcer is one of my favorite parts about that game. I like the gym leader road. Just the normal cups, but I also like just playing this game with friends. I have a very, very specific memory. Recently, we played. I know it's not Pokemon Stadium 1. Pokemon Stadium 2, we played random team generator mode, and there was 3 of us, and you know we would just rotate who was on a team with each other sometimes. And my God, I hate Drowsy. I hate Hypnosis. I don't know how it hit every single time. That just made me super upset, but it was fun. It was a fun night, and Pokemon Stadium is definitely one of my favorite N64 games. Speaking of N64 games, 47, Mario Party 2. This was not my first Mario Party game. Mario Party 8 was, but I haven't played Mario Party 8 in quite a while, so I can't really compare, but I have played Mario Party 2 more recently than Mario Party 8, and Mario Party 2 still holds up to this day. It's a board game with Mario and mini games, and the mini games are actually pretty fun. They're not giving me blisters, and I don't have to shake the Wii remote in a questionable way. I like Mario Party 2. The boards are fun. I really want to play more Mario Party 2. or just more Mario Party in general. I know I have some bullshit luck when it comes to that game, and that's kind of why people don't want to play Mario Party with me anymore. Some people I've met this year have seen it firsthand. They don't want to play. I hope they want to play Mario Party with me again because Mario Party's fun. But Mario Party 2 is just, there's just good memories there and everything with it. And not in the top 40, but like I said, doesn't really matter if ranking until top 15. 46 is going to be Red Dead Redemption 2. This game has very much fallen from where I once would rate it. I've done a top 15 list and then a top 10 list, and Red Dead did not make the cut for the top 10 list. It wasn't top 15, but it was towards the bottom. And look at where it's at now. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. It is such a great story and well written. The characters that you want to like, you like, and the characters that the gamers are like, hey, watch out for them, you do watch out for them. Those are one of the only few games ever to make me actually tear up. This game made me tear up, and I'm not afraid to admit that. The game's sad at a certain part, and it's old enough, you know where. Number 45 is going to be the first game in this franchise on this list, Yakuza 4. My favorite PS3 Yakuza game. Well, that's a lie. Favorite normal Yakuza game. Normal-esque Yakuza game. I love Yakuza 4. The story is questionable, but I really like the playable characters. Some of the side stories in this game are actually very, very fun. I'm thinking of like the Russian roulette one, the Kappa one, the Akiyama ones are pretty memorable, and I don't remember many of the Kiryu ones, I'm gonna be completely honest. But I do love Yakuza 4. I love all the different playable characters. It gave us Akiyama and Sajima. Tanimura should come back at some point. Just saying, I'm also a Shinada fan. Yakuza 5 is not on this list, but Shinada, he's my boy, and it's Kiryu. I like Yakuza 4. Like I said, it's not my favorite. It's not technically my favorite. It's my normal mainline PS3 Yakuza game, but we'll get to the other one when we get to that one. 44 is going to be Tomodachi Life, and I don't really have much to say about Tomodachi Life. It's Tomodachi Life. If you know Tomodachi Life, you know what it stands for. It's a life sim game. It's more Sims-esque than I feel like more people live on to give it, but it's very fun, and it's got a lot of charm going for it. Going back to it later in life, it's kind of hard to get back into it. It's not like a game on my phone. I have to pull up my 3DS to play it. But I know the fans want it on the Switch. I want it on the Switch. Hashtag not Miitopia. Hashtag Tomodachi Life for Switch too. 43 is going to be my favorite horror game ever, and the only horror game on this list, Resident Evil 7. I love this horror game. I've replayed this one multiple times. Does it still scare me? Sometimes. Sometimes I'm a little scaredy cat, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Resident Evil 7 was, I wouldn't say my introduction to horror games as a whole. Truthfully, for my generation, I feel like it was Five Nights at Freddy's. But Five Nights at Freddy's isn't on this list. Resident Evil 7 is. I have memories of playing through this game at a friend's house and being too scared to go down the basement doors. Basement stairs. God, and now look at me. Now I can run through that game. I have almost Elded. I'm only missing 2 trophies in that game right now for the PlayStation Platinum. I really want to go through and finish it, but I hate Madhouse because, my God, it's too difficult for me for some reason. But I should finish it at some point because I really want to finish the game, and it's so much fun, and I really love Resident Evil 7. 42 is going to be my first ever Smash game, Smash Brothers Brawl. I was introduced to this game at a friend's house growing up and really liked the game and then got it at some point in my life. I know how I got it, but I'm not telling that story because we have a lot of games to get through. I love Brawl, and I've actually played it quite recently with some college friends, and it's been really fun. Like, even just coming, because, like, we play Ultimate, and then we've been going to Brawl afterwards, and I'm like, this is really fun. Why are we talking about this game more? I feel like people kind of shit on Brawl a lot more than I feel like it kind of deserves. Subspace is a lot of fun still, and I really want to replay Subspace at some point here soon. But Brawl, overall, as weird as it is still a lot of fun, and I feel like it deserves a lot more recognition. Next up is a weird franchise that I feel like not a lot of people know me that I enjoy this franchise is the Uncharted franchise, specifically Uncharted 4. I replayed this game last year. Was it this earlier this year or last year? It was last semester of college. I replayed the game because I was like, I kind of want to replay Uncharted. And I played Uncharted 4, and I was like, Jesus, this game is good. The story's fantastic, and I feel like I've talked it over with one of my buddies who's played for Uncharted. This is the definition of a dad game. And I can vouch, my dad likes this game. My dad likes this franchise. I don't know what else to say. It's like Indiana Jones meets Tomb Raider and Nolan North. Number 40 is going to be SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Probably my favorite SpongeBob game. Very good 3D platformer, collectathon. It's a 3D platformer. I played through the original quite a few years ago, and then I played through Rehydrated when it was free with PS Plus, and actually 100% of the game, and was like, this game's really good. I know a lot of people don't like the remake, but I actually don't mind the remake, and actually I'd prefer to play through the remake rather than the old one. But I do have the old one still. I have it for PS2, which is my childhood copy. You guys come to find out, I actually don't really get rid of a whole lot of games because I'm a collector. This is just a reason why I've played through so many games. But SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom will hold a very, very sponge-shaped hole in my heart. 39. Yakuza 0. And this one's going to surprise, I feel like, a few people that know me, if they watch this video. Or just, like, even Yakuza fans as a whole. I love Yakuza 0, don't get me wrong. I've platinumed this game. I have many hours in this game, many playthroughs. I've even speedran this game. But the reason it's as low as it is, this one actually is a very tactical way, and just kind of a personal thing is, this is the only Yakuza game people play. And that's what kind of makes me not like the game as much as I really want to, is because there are other Yakuza games out there. Yes, Yakuza 0 is really, really good, but please play the other Yakuza games. This game will go higher once people start playing the other ones. I know there's quite a lot of people who start with Yakuza 0. They start with one of the best ones in the franchise and then don't move on because Kiwami. Which, I started with Yakuza Kiwami. It's good. It is a good game. As much as people say it, all the Yakuza games are good. They're good. All the Yakuza games are good games. There's bad Yakuza games and there's bad games. The Yakuza games are good games, but the bad Yakuza games are good games. Like, that's kind of what I'm trying to say. And yeah, Yakuza 0 is one of the best ones. And yes, it's low because I'm just personally just want more people to play the Yakuza games that aren't Yakuza 0. That's just kind of why. Next up is the only Kirby game I've actually beaten. Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. I like this game. It is probably my favorite Kirby game. That's why it's on the list. It is a great 2D platformer. It is a great remake of the first Kirby game on NES, or Kirby's Adventure, which... Wait, I said this is the only Kirby game. I beat Kirby's Dream Land, I can't say much. This is the first Kirby game I ever beat. And there's a Let's Play for it here on the channel, by the way, if you guys want to go watch that. Not one of my finer works, but I still enjoy that I still enjoyed making that Let's Play. It's a great Kirby game. Definitely one of the ones that I will probably replay. In fact, I actually have a cartridge for it now. I didn't beforehand. I'll let you figure out how I played through the game. But I still like Nightmare in Dreamland, and I can see myself coming back to it at some point. 37 is one that I feel like most people in my generation will be on their top 50 list at some point, no matter what. Minecraft. I am missing Minecraft on the PlayStation Vita. That is it. I have Minecraft on literally every console in existence that you can get it on, except the PlayStation Vita, because I don't have a Vita. And nor do I really want one, but I want Minecraft for the Vita. I have it on the 3DS, for God's sake. I love Minecraft. So many memories growing up playing the game at friends' houses with the Xbox 360 edition, online with the PS4 edition, and even playing Java edition very recently. I love Minecraft. It is very much, I will come back to this game at some point kind of game. Kind of like Fortnite for me. Although Fortnite's not on this list, which is weird because I actually have a physical copy of Fortnite, which I'm happy I do because that game is expensive. But Minecraft is very much, I will come back to it probably once a year, do a run, a survival run, and then call it. Just so I can check out the new updates that they add, even though it's Minecraft. It's so much fun. 36 is going to be Nicktoons Battle for Bikini Bottom. I'm recording all of this in one take, by the way, so if you hear weird things, I'm just recording this in one take because I don't really care. I don't care as much as normally I would do with voiceover video, but this is different because it's a long video, and I just want to see how long just like the normal take will be. If I need to edit audio stuff, I can edit audio stuff. But Nicktoons Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is one of my favorite childhood games. This is one of the first games that I could beat super quickly. I bought this game very recent when I started getting GameCube games again because I played it on the PS2, and I was like, oh yeah, this game's on the GameCube, so I bought it. Yeah, it took me 2 hours as a 16, was I 16 or 17 when I replayed this game? Whatever it was. The game's short. It's super short, but I still have a blast from it. It's definitely nostalgia for me at this point. Quite a lot of these licensed kids games are going to be nostalgia for me. But even if I played them recently, I can still say they're pretty good. But Battle for Volcano Island is still very fun, and I think the characters are interesting character choices to play as. Sandy's there. I understand SpongeBob, but we already had SpongeBob and Patrick. I don't understand why Jimmy Neutron couldn't be on Volcano Island. He's not playable. He's in the game, but he's not playable. 35 is going to be one of my favorite indie games, and one of the only indie games I've actually played through multiple times. Death Road to Canada. I love this game. It is Oregon Trail, zombies, and a trip to Canada, all in one. And I've played this game, I've introduced this game to multiple people, and I can truthfully say they've all loved this game. It's kind of a hidden gem, and I want to show more people this game because I keep forgetting about it sometimes. It only crossed my mind when I was making this list because I'm like, I want an indie game on this list. I'm like, Death Road to Canada, because it's truthfully the only indie game that I come back to quite a lot. I want to get more into indie games as a whole. I don't play as many as I really want to. But that's just, I don't know what it is with me in indie games. I respect a lot of the indie games released on the market, and I want to play a lot of through the indie games on the market, but then I just never get around to it. But Death Road to Canada was one of the ones that I kind of stick to and will always support. Hold on. Catching my breath, guys. There's so many videos. I also drink an energy drink, and it's 11:19 p.m. when I'm making this video. 34 is going to be Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, I played Breath of the Wild pretty much when it released. My younger stepbrother got a Switch for his birthday, and he got Breath of the Wild. And I played it, and all I can say is, I don't know what I was thinking about the game at the back then. I didn't get into the game, truthfully, until before everything happened in 2020. I bought it the week school was out, and I was like, alright, I just need a game to play right now. And I was like, Breath of the Wild. Sure. And that's all I did for a week. That's all I played for a week. Like, literally, I'd wake up, bam, Breath of the Wild. I would eat lunch, Breath of the Wild. And it was so much fun. And this is one of the first games that I've played in quite a many, and probably like most of my life, that I'm just like, sad it was over. It's sad that I beat the game. I was like, I want to keep playing it. It is a great game, and not my favorite Zelda game, but it is a great game, and it is a step in the direction. But I think they're kind of done with Breath of the Wild style after Tears, and I'm going to say something controversial to end this segment. Tears of the Kingdom feels like DLC. I'm going to say it. I like Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild is just better. Moving on to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. One of my most played Pokemon games, just overall, on a save file. This was the first Pokemon game I ever got my Pokedex on. First game I got my Pokedex on. My Pokedex completed, and the Shiny Charm. Also, I Shiny Hunt a lot in Pokemon Ultra Sun. I mean, Pokemon Ultra Moon specifically. That's my main game. I also have Ultra Sun. That's kind of my replay copy if I want to replay for them. That's kind of what I want to do, is just have a file that's just saved for everything, and then one that's just replay. And I do have that with all the 3DS games, but specifically Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I really like these games, and I think they're very they're gonna go up in value because more people are gonna realize this is the best way to play through the Alola region. Excuse me. And overall, I agree with them on that. 32 is gonna be Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. There's a Let's Play for this one. Now, I probably mentioned in that Let's Play that it is probably my favorite Scooby-Doo game. Looking back on it now, it's not. I love this game, and I really, really do like this game, and I will gush about it as much as young child me would gush about this game. It's like Luigi's Mansion, but Scooby-Doo. I actually prefer this over Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for some reason. But if I was to, like, truthfully now sit down and choose between the two, I'd probably still pick Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. This game has just a lot going for it. The laugh track counter will always be my favorite edit that we've ever done in any Let's Play for the time being. There's a few more ideas that I'm cooking up in my head for some Let's Plays coming up, but Mystery Mayhem to me is a very special case because it's one of my favorite Let's Plays that I've worked on and a very special game from my childhood. 31. Animal Crossing New Leaf. My favorite Animal Crossing game. Because guess what? I actually don't like New Horizons. I have come to the terms that I'm not the biggest fan of New Horizons, but I really love New Leaf. I love the characters. I love the... It has so much more personality than New Horizons. People can fight me on this. New Horizons, I don't like it. I hope people can respect this choice for me. I'd rather play New Leaf. The characters, the villagers just have so much better personality in my eyes. And, you know, they don't just repeat what they say like they do in New Horizons. I also don't like the terraforming as much as I feel like I should. I like kind of just having what I have. And I know people will say, oh, but your island can stay the same if you want it. That's not why they added it into the game. They gave you it for customization. And I'm gonna use it. But I still honestly will probably return to New Leaf at some point. Honestly, I also like City Folk more than New Horizons at this point. And I have only played like a month worth of new City Folk. I was gonna say Let's Go to the City, but that's the UK version. That's not what it's called here. Excuse me. Number 30 is going to be another sandbox survival game, Ark. Ark Survival Evolved, or Ark Survival Ascended. Just Ark. We're just going to go with Ark. I love this game. I love dinosaurs. I love survival games, and putting them together made a very fun time. I have many hours in Ark. In fact, I actually want to put more hours in Ark Survival Ascended. I just haven't. I don't know why. I was really having fun playing it, and I really want to actually beat the game. As much as it's a survival game, there is a story to it and actual boss fights and everything. I want to beat it. And Ark is just a very special game to me because of just how many hours I have into it. Memories of a childhood friend that I don't talk to him anymore. But I hope he's doing good wherever he is and everything like that. But that game was fun, and many hours, many late nights playing Ark together on good old Xbox One split screen. God, that game really did not need a split screen. It didn't run well. 29 is going to be Mario Kart Wii. Now, I love Mario Kart Wii. I have a copy. I didn't actually have a copy growing up, but I played it at friends' houses and other people's houses. And in Mario Kart Wii, it's Mario Kart Wii. I can't really argue with it. It's a good game. It's a good Mario Kart game. It's better than Double Dash. I will also die on that hill. I don't like Double Dash right now. I say right now. I just don't like Double Dash. I don't understand its mechanics as much as I do with Wii or the other Mario Kart games on this list. I like Mario Kart Wii, and there's not much else to say about the game. 28, Mario Kart 8. This is also going to be including Deluxe because they're kind of the same game. No, they're not. Mario Kart 8. It's Mario Kart 8. It's the best-selling Switch game. It's also Mario Kart Mondays. Holds a very special place in my heart from that. I've met quite a lot of other people through Twitch with Mario Kart and stuff, and I've joined Mario Kart streams and stuff, and I really want to do more Mario Kart stuff. With 8 specifically. Many hours in 8, playing it at friends' houses, and then even just, like I said, streaming it. Mario Kart is super fun to me, but it's not the highest rated Mario Kart on this list. 27 is going to be Wii Sports. Now, I kind of want to include Resort in this segment, because generally I think about it, I'm like, which one would I rather play right now? And probably be the original Wii Sports. I love bowling, boxing's fun, baseball can go to hell, golf is actually quite enjoyable, and even like the training mini games are so much fun. It's a package title to kind of showcase how the Wii Remote works and for the casual fans, but it's definitely a great game and deserves a spot on my list, I feel like. 26, we have a lot of Wii games on in a row. It's almost like I was looking at my Wii games when I was making this segment. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I don't talk about how much I like this game as much. It's not bad. I love Zelda. I love Skyward Sword. I was actually one of the people, I feel like I was very in the minority when this game released. I liked this game when it released. I never had an issue with what people's main concerns were with the game, motion controls. I never struggled with motion controls. I mean, maybe sometimes a Skyward Strike wouldn't work or something like that. But otherwise, it wasn't that bad. It actually read pretty well. The music in this game is amazing. I love Ballad of the Goddess so much. It's probably one of my favorite video game soundtracks. I just don't really like how you just go back to the same 3 areas. Although the dungeons are super creative in this game, the items you get are very weird. I was gonna say weapons, but I'm like, the whip and the gust bellow. Those are items that exist in a Zelda game. And, but I think about some of the boss fights in the game, I'm like, it's actually pretty good. And I'm super happy I did beat it and enjoyed it. 25, Mario Galaxy 2. 24, the Barnyard video game. Not the DS one, which is back at the Barnyard, but Barnyard, the movie tie-in game. I have Barnyard for every console it released on. I have it for PS2, GameCube, and an in-box copy for the Game Boy Advance, and the Wii. I forgot it released on the Wii. I love this game. This is one of the first video games I ever actually beat by myself with no help. I have that vivid memory of sitting in my room playing this on my PS2 as a kid and beating it. I want to beat it again. It's been a very long time. I was probably 8 or 7 when I beat the game, and I wouldn't mind beating it again, so it's more of a clear memory in my mind. 23, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I like this one. I know a lot of people were like, oh, the best one was the DS one. I beg to differ. I like Wii a lot more than the DS one. Cheerfully, I've put more hours into the Wii one. I've played more of it. But this is a game that you can actually have fun with friends with. Sure, you can swear and argue with each other on who killed who, but where's that gonna get you? Nowhere, because I'm at the top of the flagpole because I'm better than everyone else at this game. I'm joking. I would probably be the one at the bottom of the pit, because that's just how I play this game. It's a fun game. It's a fun friend game. And I want to play through it with 4 players at some point, because I haven't had that experience. In fact, most of my experience with this game has either been 2 players or just me. And even then, this game ranked high, even just playing by myself or with another person. Hold on. I'm going to drink some water real quick. So we're going to do a quick intermission at this segment so I can drink some water. Yeah. All right. We're over halfway. Next up after that is another 2D platformer from Nintendo. 22, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I like this game. This is probably my favorite Donkey Kong game. I have only beaten Returns and Tropical Freeze, but I actually 100% in Tropical Freeze. I didn't get all the puzzle pieces. I got all the Kong letters. I beat every level. This game is really good. This is a really good game. I love the music in this game. I love the level design in this game. I feel like it has the correct level, difficulty curve. That one fruit world where they're smushing fruit and you're swimming. I hate that level. I wonder if I can find that level. I hated that level. I died a lot at that level. I got mad. I played through this game my first year of college just because I brought it with me. And I was like, oh, I'll play it. And I'm happy I did because it was really good. 21 is probably my favorite 2D Zelda game. Zelda Minish Cap. To me, one of the very underrated Zelda games out there. It's good, and I want more people to play with Minish Cap specifically. And it's so good. I think it's very underrated. Like I said, it's an underrated Zelda game and kind of overlooked. I want more people to play Minish Cap so badly. And I know an actual copy of the game is over $100, but it's on Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, and I didn't play through it on there. I have it on Wii U Virtual Console. But it gave us Into the Four Swords games, which I've actually been playing through with friends recently, and it's a blast. But Minish Cap is definitely one of my favorite 2D Zelda games. So, number 20 is going to be Mario 64. Yeah, Galaxy 2 was a little bit ago. Mario 64 is a good Mario game. I've beaten it twice in my life. In fact, the first time I beat it, I did backwards long jumping up the stairs because I was only at 50 stars and I didn't want to get 20 more. So I kind of cheated. I say cheated. It's a speedrun tactic. It's an exploit. And then when the 3D All-Stars collection came out, I only beat Mario 64 like 2 months before that released. And then I replayed it again and really liked it and actually did the 70-star run because, well, it's the not backwards long jump version of the game. It's good. I love Mario 64. It's iconic. It is revolutionary for when it released at its time, and it still holds up to this day. Graphically, not, but gameplay-wise, it's still very tight and clean. And honestly, I have not played the DS version, so I can't really vouch for the DS version. 19 is Mario Galaxy 1. My God, I love this game. And so does Nintendo, because they can't let you forget about Gusty Garden Galaxy. I love this game. I love a lot of the galaxies in this game. Even Gusty Garden, it held a special place in the heart. I love that music. So, like I said, so does Nintendo. But I love Mario Galaxy. I can always boot up Mario Galaxy and have a fun time. I played through it my senior year of high school again, before I graduated, and I was like, this game's good. And I'm super happy I replayed it. And I will probably replay it at some point down the line. Number 18 is actually my favorite Mario Kart. Mario Kart 7. You might be like, whoa, where did that come from? Mario Kart 7, there's just an entire year in high school, I think it was 8th grade, where me and my friends would bring our 3DSs to lunch, and we would all play Mario Kart 7. And those are some of the greatest high school memories I have. Because my God, we were loud and had so much fun. And it's so much fun to just hang out with everyone and play Mario Kart. Some of my favorite memories. And I hope it's some of their favorite memories of us just sitting in the cafeteria with everyone around us and we're all playing Mario Kart 7. And it also helped us get introduced some new people, and we had a lot of people join us for Mario Kart. Every time it was full of rooms. Especially since, even if people didn't have a 3DS, we had people that had another 3DS due to having, siblings. So they could bring in their 3DS and we could all play it together. It was a lot of fun. Next up is 17, Pokemon X and Y. I love Pokemon X and Y. I generally feel like, as time has gone on, I've heard more people not really find the game kind of eh. I personally love Pokemon X and Y. I think the music's great. I don't mind the new Pokemon. I really like how Kalos is laid out. And just overall, I'm really excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. I introduced Mega Evolution. I don't know what else to say about that. It's Pokemon X and Y, and it's awesome. And the boutique theme is the best song in the entire soundtrack. 16 is going to be Earthbound. Now, Earthbound was the first Let's Play we ever did on this channel. And it's still one of my favorites. It's still a very good RPG. I actually do recommend it to people, because it's just such a different RPG, and mechanic-wise and just overall-wise. It's Earthbound. It's iconic, and I feel that I say iconic. It's Earthbound. Play it, so you know what game Ness is from. Number 15 is going to be another Let's Play that we've done on this channel, Yakuza Dead Souls. You remember when I said I had another favorite PS3 Yakuza game? It was this one. I love this game. If you guys don't know, my favorite aspect about the Yakuza games is how unserious it can be at times. And oh boy, this is one of those games. I love this game. The story is actually pretty good when you look at it from When you look at the story, it's actually pretty good. The controls aren't that bad. Sometimes there's frame drops, but I've never had too big of issues with frame drops. And also, most times I hear people say, oh, the game crashes so often. I've never had the game crash on me in both playthroughs that I've done of this game, and never have had, like I said, I've never had a crash. And I've played on original PS3 hardware twice. So to me, it's just like, what are they doing wrong? But Yakuza Dead Souls is very fun to me and very memorable. I want to go back and do some of the side stories because the side stories in that game are also super fun. And I recommend Yakuza Dead Souls if you're a Yakuza fan, honestly. 14 is going to be Super Mario World, one of the very first games I ever played growing up. I like this game. It is a great 2D Mario game. I think it is my favorite 2D Mario game if I look at this list correctly. It is, because we're getting to an end already. 14, wow. This video is not as long as I thought it would be. I'm kind of speeding through it. I like this game. Music's iconic. The level's iconic. Gave us Yoshi. And just overall, like I said, one of my first games that I ever played growing up. In fact, I have the SNES cartridge for it. I didn't beat it until way later in my life, my teenage years, because I just didn't replay it. I do have a memory of this game where I lost all my save data because I left my SNES on, and I went to Sunday school, and I came back, and I left my SNES on, and then all my progress was deleted. I know now it's the save battery in there because I had that issue with Super Punch-Out for the SNES, but it's fun. 13 is a game that I actually played through, again, literally yesterday, and that's Punch-Out for the Wii. I love this game. I love the characters in this game. It is so much fun. And I'm super happy I've actually met some people at college this past year who like the Punch-Out franchise and have played the Punch-Out games. All of them. All three. And Punch-Out for the Wii is probably my second favorite Punch-Out game. My first one is on this list. And I really like Punch-Out for the Wii. And like I said, I literally played it yesterday and almost beat the entire game again. World Title Defense Mode is way harder than I remember it being. I have lost a few times recording this video, but I am slowly working on beating it again. Number 12 is going to be a kind of an oddball release, and that's going to be Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. This is before Like a Dragon Gaiden Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, but Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, is really good for how short it is. It has a great story. The Coliseum is one of the best in the entire franchise. The side stories are actually fun. Kaito, Higashi, and Shigira from the Judgment games are in it. That's pretty cool. I love Gaiden, and I generally recommend it. I actually have a physical copy of the game. I know it didn't release physically over here. I imported it. It's my only import game that I actually have. And I actually paid extra for it because I wanted it the release day. I didn't get it release day. Huge shout out to PlayAsia and their great customer service for helping me out with that, because they actually wanted me to be aware that it was not going to be a Chinese cover of the game rather than Japanese. I just wanted the game, and I think it looks cool sitting on my Yakuza shelf, being different. 11 is going to be the original Paper Mario. I played this game. I tried to play for this game as a kid. Got to the second Crystal Star area in the desert. I could not, for the life of me, move on. And I found out why. Because I only upgraded HP. And then I played for the game as an older teenager. And I actually beat the game. And it was a lot of fun. Although I used a cheese strat, the game was a lot of fun. The story is great. The characters are amazing. And all I can say is, when I beat Thousand Year Door, I'm excited to finish Thousand Year Door Let's Play. It's a great game, and I want more people to play Paper Mario. Sorry, I have Nintendo Radio on my TV, and Paper Mario song just came on. Speaking of Paper Mario. And now we're actually in my top 10, which is the very serious list. Number 10, Dragon Ball FighterZ, my favorite fighting game. That is an actual traditional 2D fighter. It's a team fighter game, but I love this game. This is my most played fighting game. It also shows my love for Dragon Ball. If you guys want to know who I main, my anchor's Yamcha. Anyone else is fine. Yamcha's my boy. I love this game. I think the music's great. I think the mechanics-wise, it's great. It's honestly one of the easiest fighting games to get into as a whole. Very easy combos to get down. Everyone kind of has a universal combo. Inputs are very similar for every character. And I really just recommend this if you want to get into fighting games, or even if you like Dragon Ball. It's great. It's a fun game. Home stretch. All right. Number 9, Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights. This was our first Let's Play that I ever actually used my capture card for. I found that out recently. I was like, oh, wait a minute. You can see where production jumped. It was right around this time when we started Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. I love this game. It's a great... And I watched a game review recently, and it's like, it's a collect-a-thon Metroidvania-like. And that's how I can describe it. It is so much fun. I'm kind of happy I didn't do the laugh track counter on this one, because... oh my god, it would have drove me nuts. But I still have fun with this game, and the fact that Tim Curry? Is that who I'm thinking of? Who's the guy in Home Alone 2? Not what... Tim Curry. Yeah, Tim Curry's in this game. He's literally the mastermind, and I think that's so neat. I'm like, why is Nigel Thornberry here? But it is a very fun game. Don Knotts is in the game, too. And it's the best-selling Scooby-Doo game, and I actually really highly recommend this one. It's kind of a hidden gem on the GameCube, PS2, and original Xbox. So if you want a weird game to try out, go ahead. I almost beat this game on my phone, by the way. Number 8 is my true actual favorite fighting game, although it's a platform fighter, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I have almost 1,000 hours in this game. I played this game today. I played this game yesterday. I play this game a lot. And if you guys don't know, I'm on the Smash esports team for not varsity. No, I can't give myself that much credit. The academy team at my college, and sadly we didn't get far. But it's still a lot of fun. I've definitely learned playing this game, and it's so much fun being. It was so much fun being part of the hype for any DLC character and the speculation, all that. And that's kind of where I'm at right now for the next Smash game, speculation. I personally think we're going to get Smash Ultimate Deluxe because I feel like there's some stuff the game can improve on. And honestly, this is one of the best systems they can make for Smash. It's quick, not as quick as Melee. It's pretty casual, like not Melee, Brawl. And just overall, it's just a very easy Smash game to get into. My younger cousin, this is his first Smash game, and honestly, I think I couldn't think of a better one for him to start off the series into. Number 7 is a spin-off from the Yakuza games, and that is Lost Judgment. Not the first one. I actually prefer Lost Judgment over the first Judgment game. In fact, I have played Lost Judgment way more times than the first Judgment. I've only played the first Judgment once. I love Lost Judgment. I love the story for this game. As many people pointed out, it's not as good as the first one. I would beg to differ. I actually really like the story for this one. It has a lot of good questions in this game about what's right and what's wrong. It's a good game, and it makes you think. The sub-content in the game I haven't really covered, but the boxing gym is fun. I like that. This is a fun game, and I really want people to play. This is one of the ones I usually recommend for people. What? Sorry, I just looked at this list. Number 6 is apparently Smash Ultimate again. That is a lie. Number 6, we're just gonna put with. Let's figure that out right now. Let me think. That was number 6. Super Mario 3D Land. You know what? Yeah, Super Mario 3D Land is a very fun Mario game. I'm putting it actually on the list. I don't know how I did that. I even looked for the list before I did this. Super Mario 3D Land. It's fun. It's not out there. Hold on, let me check my actual top 10 list because I have it written down on a list. Let's go with Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Good game. I replayed it very recently before Brothership released, and I'm super happy I did. And I really like Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. It's gonna be a fun edit right there. It is a good game, and I had so much fun playing it again, and I haven't played it in a very long time. I borrowed a copy from a friend growing up, played through it, really liked it, and then this past, before Brotherhood came out, I bought it, beat it in 5 days. It's a great game, and I honestly recommend it if you like the Mario & Luigi games, or just need a fun, quirky RPG to play. Number 5 is my favorite Punch-Out game. Super Punch-Out. I love this game. I have literally remembered the patterns for all the fighters in this game more than I have for the Wii version. I can't say the same for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I haven't put as many hours into Mike Tyson's as I have for the Wii, or Super, for that matter. I have played through this game probably 100 times. I love this game, and like, it's not even for me to speedrun this game. I just like this game. I wouldn't mind actually picking up the speedrun strat for this game and actually getting on the leaderboard, just so I have that expertise on there. But I love Super Punch-Out. I know it's kind of the more basic one, but I really like it, and it means a lot to me because it's very much a childhood game. In fact, I have the cartridge. Number 4 is a game that I would have argued was one of my favorite games of all time, or was my favorite game of all time for many years. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I love this game, and I will gush about this game, and say, even if you don't want to play it, play it. Same thing with the Yakuza franchise. But the Legend of Zelda franchise is my second favorite franchise of all time, behind the Yakuza franchise. This wasn't the first Zelda game I ever played, far from it, actually. But I love this game. I love the dungeons in this game. The water temple can go suck an egg, but it's still iconic. This is an iconic game. As much as people complain about frame rates, this game ran at 20 frames per second on the N64. And I don't give a crap because this game's freaking awesome. I love Ocarina of Time, Gerudo Valley. That's one of the best, most iconic game songs of all time. Just opening. I love Ocarina of Time, and very much so. We're in the top 3 now. The home stretch for this almost 50-minute video. I can't wait to edit all of this. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are at number 3. This is probably my most played Pokemon game. There is, in fact, an entire Let's Play about this game. In fact, no. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green is definitely my most played Pokemon game. Right next to Pokemon X and Y. As much as Pokemon X and Y is down number 17 for some reason. Like I said, it didn't really matter until this point. I love Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. I've replayed these games multiple times, trying to use new Pokemon teams as much as I can. It's kind of hard to do when there's only 150. There's only base Kanto until the post game. But I love this game, and I usually do a replay of this game usually once a year. In fact, I did one earlier this year, and I actually got Porygon for the Game Corner because I actually sat and grinded. I don't recommend doing that. But the game overall is super fun. I think it is the best version of Kanto in my eyes to go back to. Sorry, original Red and Blue. You're goofy, but I love the polishness that is Fire Red and Leaf Green, and it's still better than Let's Go. Number 2 was very much an introduction to the Zelda franchise for me, and kind of paved the way for my love of video game music as a whole, and just so much more. And that is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I love this game. Very much would have been number 1 if I didn't get introduced into the Yakuza franchise. Hint, hint. I love Twilight Princess. It is one of my favorite Zelda games. In fact, I've been really wanting to replay it again recently. I have the Wii version, which is the one I played growing up and beat. And I also have the HD version for the Wii U, which is what I replayed as older. And it's so much more. It's such a good game, and I highly recommend going back to it if you are a little hesitant or even trying it out. I love Twilight Princess. The opening's slow, but once you get past the opening, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Some of the best dungeons, in my opinion. A water temple that doesn't suck, and overall just some silly items. You carry a ball and chain in your pocket for some weird reason. And then number 1, Yakuza Like a Dragon. I love this game. I feel I relate to Ichiban more than Kiryu, which is why this game is as high as it is. To me, I feel like I'm an Ichiban Kasuga. I love this game. I love the silliness. Like I said with Dead Souls, the reason I love the Yakuza franchise is sometimes it doesn't take itself seriously. The story in this game is fantastic. Ichiban is a great main character, and the sub stories and just everything in this game is so much fun. They had fun. I had fun running a fictional business and making money. I had fun with the Mario Kart clone in this game. I had fun collecting bugs in the park. I love Yakuza Like a Dragon, and to me, it is very much Ichiban. It feels like I'm Ichiban sometimes, and I'm like, I like this. This is my game, and I will probably replay this game multiple times. Although I do like Infinite Wealth, and I debated about putting it on this list, I don't think it compares at all to Yakuza Like a Dragon. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for hearing me ramble on for almost an hour about my favorite games of all time. Maybe we'll do another video at some point about my favorite games of all time again. It'll change. It will change. Maybe we'll do it once a year and kind of see what changes and what things are at, because I play a lot of video games and I'm planning to play on more. Along with that, a few of these games will be turned into Let's Plays at some point. Wink, wink. Number 2, potentially. I'm thinking about it. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching, and let's meet back in the next video, shall we?